Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and as you can see, I finally have Little Daisy and the Maestro all set up here. Yes, today I'll be finally doing a review of Spirit Halloween's Little Daisy and the Maestro Animatronic. Now, as you can see, he's in my room right now. He's in my bedroom because this is the only area I could really set him up in to fit in. He could not fit in my basement. My basement ceilings are too short. So yeah, this is the only room he could fit in. And let me tell you, this guy's a lot bigger in person than I thought. Like on video, you can barely even see how big this guy is. But in person, this animatronic is huge. And I'm honestly, quite frankly, surprised he even fit in this room. But I'm very happy he was able to. Now, let me tell you one thing. This animatronic has a very complicated setup, especially now if you're ordering him now. Back in 2020, I'm sure his setup was a lot easier. But I think they actually changed, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they actually changed some things up a bit with this guy. Like, the setup is completely different because here's the thing. I was originally planning on watching a video with my brother because me and my brother set this guy up. My brother actually did most of the work, but I was planning on watching a video while setting this guy up with my brother, watching an instructional setup video, but that video was released all the way back in 2020, and it turns out that video was completely wrong. It was completely outdated, and the instructions were actually the way to go, which was, it kind of stressed me out a bit, but you're not going to believe it, but this animatronic literally took me and my brother 2 whole hours to actually finish setting him up, which is actually absolutely insane. It was a very stressful setup. It stressed me out a bit and it definitely stressed out my brother. But the thing that really stressed me out, and I really thought, man, I'm gonna have to return this guy, is when I plugged him in for the first time with the adapter, his arms wouldn't move. His arms were not working. But it turns out the reason why his arms weren't working is because, as you know, this guy has, I think, maybe I'm wrong, has been sitting in the box since 2020. He's all the way back from 2020, 4-year-old animatronic. He was in that box, God knows how long, 4 years, about 4 years. So that's probably why his arms weren't working at first. So this guy had to take a few activations for his arms to start working. So when I didn't see his arms working, I thought maybe the wires weren't plugged in correctly, but they were all plugged in. When we checked it, they were all plugged in correctly. So I was like, oh, this guy's probably broken. But we activated him a couple more times, and he is now working. But yeah, other than that, this guy, I think, is totally worth it. This animatronic is still really worth it. His audio is really good. His animation's really cool. It's just the setup is a freaking, like, it's crazy create, so of course the setup's going to be hard. But I didn't think it was going to be this hard. But yeah, let's get into the details. So Little Daisy and the Maestro. Let's first get into the Maestro's details. So here's his face, of course, really creepy. His face actually really reminds me of, like, a vampire. So yeah, his face is really realistic looking, really creepy. Lots of great detail into his face. Yeah, Crazy Crate really went all out with this animatronic. But like I said, the setup was really stressful. But the design of this guy is really cool. I love his clothes. I love his clothes because they're all, you know, like fancy and black and dark, and it makes this prop look really creepy. His hands are really cool because, you know, he's wearing rings. On this hand, he has like a eyeball ring, and then on this one he has a skull ring, which I think is really cool, and it just adds to the uniqueness of this animatronic. So yeah, this guy, like I said, he's a lot taller and bigger in person, so on the video you can barely even see how big he is. But yeah, that's the Maestro. Those are the details of the Maestro. I really like his bow tie on his suit. I think that's really cool, and it's like a really a really fancy looking prop, and it just really adds to the awesomeness of this animatronic. Now, when we move down to Little Daisy here, her face is really cool. Her face, it shows that she's so, like, disturbed and scared that she's being controlled by this giant Maestro guy. So they did a great job on her face because it really just shows how scared she is of being, you know, puppeteered by the Maestro. So yeah, her face is really cool. Not creepy, but she is scared. She's not supposed to be creepy. She's supposed to be scared because she's wanting, you know, to be freed by the Maestro. But the Maestro is controlling her with, you know, his puppeteer things. I don't even know, strings, whatever. But yeah, she's not tall. I mean, she's bigger in person than I thought she'd be, but she's still not tall. She's like, I think she's about 3 feet tall. So yeah, she's cool though. She has a nice dress that she's wearing, and her hair is pretty cool. But yeah, other than that, nothing much to say about Little Daisy. She's just, you know, his toy, I guess you could say, his puppet that he's controlling. So without further ado, let's plug this guy in. He's really loud, and I can't wait to show you what this guy does. So the adapter is right here. I'm going to plug him in right now. Okay, let's do this. Here he is.
She never eats, she never sleeps, she never speaks, but she knows how to haunt you. It seems I've trained her very, very well.
Very cool.
Want to be a part of my act? I'll get you in my grips and you'll do whatever I say. Come on, it'll be fun. Look what I have here. A live puppet for this undead puppeteer. Come any closer and you'll be joining in on the fun.
So those are his 3 phrases. He has 3 phrases, which is pretty cool. He could have a bit more phrases, but I think 3 phrases is a good amount, a decent amount. But yeah, let's go up to him and activate him some more.
She never eats, she never sleeps, she never speaks, but she knows how to haunt you. It seems I've trained her very, very well.
Another cool thing about this animatronic is, you know, the lights are really cool. The lights on his hands with the crosses, the lights going down on the little girl, especially in the dark, this would look really cool. And I also really like how, you know, the Maestro's eyes light up. Really, really cool. Can't wait to see this guy in the dark.
Want to be a part of my act? I'll get you in my grips and you'll do whatever I say. Come on, it'll be fun. Look what I have here. A live puppet for this undead puppeteer. Come any closer and you'll be joining in on the fun.
So yeah, like I said, really cool animatronic.
She never eats,
oh wow.
She never sleeps. She never speaks. But she knows how to haunt you. It seems I've trained her very, very well.
Get some more.
Want to be a part of my act? I'll get you in my grips and you'll do whatever I say. Come on, it'll be fun.
One more demo.
Look what I have here. A live puppet for this undead puppeteer. Come any closer and you'll be joining in on the fun.
All right, let's unplug him, and I'll give you my final thoughts.
She never eats. She never sleeps. She never speaks.
Yeah, he does. His sensor's really good, I think. Lots of people complain about, you know, the iris sensor, the motion sensor on this guy being kind of bad and faulty, but mine works really well, and I'm super glad. So yeah, like I said, this animatronic is really cool. I definitely would recommend him because he was released all the way back in 2024. I mean, no, what? He was released all the way back in 2020, and now it is 2024. So I do believe that this is probably his last year being sold on the Spirit Halloween website. So if you do want him, and if you are interested in him, I would recommend buying him right now because his price is actually really good right now. He's on sale, I believe, still. Maybe he's not on sale anymore. I don't know. I haven't checked the website, but I think he is still on sale. And if he is, his price is really justified and really worth it because he has some really cool animation and the phrases are really creepy. And it's basically 2 props in one animatronic. You have the Maestro being, you know, the evil villain, I guess you could say, the bad guy. And then you have Little Daisy being controlled by the Maestro in one whole animatronic. And I think the price is definitely worth it. His original price, of course, $300. I'd say maybe is a bit too overpriced, but when he's on sale, he's definitely worth it. Anyway, guys, that is it. I think that's all I have to say, other than I'm so glad I was able to get this animatronic. And I'm so glad me and my brother, Luka, finally got him set up after 2 hours of just completely being so stressed out by Crazy Create's setup of this guy. But other than that, this animatronic is really cool. I would recommend him if you don't have a problem with setting up an animatronic that takes 2 hours to set up. But yeah, he's really, really cool, and I do not regret getting him at all. Really, really cool animatronic. And yeah, like I said, can't wait to see what he looks like in the dark with his cool lights, you know, the lights on his crosses and the lights in his eyes. So yeah, really, really cool animatronic. That's Little Daisy and the Maestro for you guys. And yeah, if you did enjoy this Spirit Halloween animatronic review, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.